How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about Bitcoin today because there is massive news. Now, I haven't covered Bitcoin in a little while, but there are so many things happening behind the scenes as the price is not moving right now. We have to talk about it because this just came out, and I think it's a game changer right now. Bitcoin is coming to hundreds of US banks this year. So we're going to go through this. This is massive for Bitcoin. This is massive for anyone that holds it, anyone that's interested. We're also going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin, the charts. We're going to take a look at altcoin season, why I think Bitcoin is going to really benefit from altcoin season because of some things that I've seen and heard from around the community. Now, before we get into that, if you guys don't mind, the only thing I ask is that you smash that like button. Also, if you do want some free money, you can check out the link down below to Webull. All you have to do is deposit $100 to get up to $1,850 worth of free money there. So Bitcoin is coming to a ton of different banks this year, says this crypto custody firm. For the first time, customers of some US banks will be able to soon buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts. Banks are asking for Bitcoin because of their customers sending dollars over to Coinbase and to other crypto exchanges, according to Yan Zhou, president of DYDIG. I mean, we see that all the time with all these exchanges growing billions in assets under management all the time. After rolling out the initial Bitcoin product, NYDIG plans on other services, including debit card rewards paid in Bitcoin and a new type of bank account that is FDIC insured but pays interest in Bitcoin. This is massive. I mean, think about all the avenues that this opens up. There is a lot of money in the US banking system. I mean, think about all the people that maybe aren't as tech savvy, that don't want multiple accounts set up or don't really trust their information on some of these different exchanges that they've never heard of, but maybe they have, $1 million in the bank. I worked at a retail bank and we're in the Midwest here. It's not like this is a very, very wealthy area compared to maybe some of the major cities. There are people that have, a couple $100,000 to a couple million sitting in a bank account that it's just sitting there. Like it's not much to them. And they might throw in $100K. They might say, oh, it's for my grandson or something, and then throw it in Bitcoin or something, or just for themselves. There are people that are willing to do that don't want to have to deal with setting up new accounts. So how much money is there in US bank accounts? Well, I've heard two different things really. First of all, we have Lark Davis, who, shout out to him. He's big in the crypto space, 311K subscribers. Also a lot on Twitter too. He was talking about this and he said that there's actually $17 trillion in US bank accounts. Now, when I tried to find the information, I couldn't find that. All I saw was about 10,000 to 11,000. This is as of 2016, remember, in the average bank account. So assuming 350 million people here in the US, was that about 4 trillion, just short of $4 trillion. But with all the stimulus, with this being 5 years ago too, I don't know if this accounts for all the business bank accounts and stuff like that. There's trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars, probably 10 to 20 trillion dollars in US accounts. Now, what's the market cap of Bitcoin in general? 1 trillion. So there's not enough Bitcoin to go around if everyone wants to put, 5% of their money in Bitcoin. Someone that has $1,000 throws in $50 in Bitcoin. They don't want to have to go set up another account, go through all the verification processes, and then have to do that. So they just sign up with their bank, or they just buy these cryptocurrencies on their bank account. Now, one thing that I have heard brought up is the tax implications of this, where people will be, buying, selling, and maybe people don't understand that is a tax implication. People already have taxes in their bank accounts a lot of the time if they earn a certain amount of interest. So it's not like it's unprecedented to have to send out a tax form. That being said, I think it will be different for a lot of people that don't realize it, and maybe they have a little bit more that they have to pay in taxes than they were expecting. But that's just going to be an extra disclosure that they get, and the bankers are probably going to explain it to them whenever they set up their account, or maybe even put money in Bitcoin. So this is massive news for Bitcoin here today. And if you guys want to get in on this before it hits your bank account, you can check out the link down below to BlockFi. I've been highly considering buying more Bitcoin recently. With BlockFi, I really like it because they do pay an interest rate. It's 5% on Bitcoin, and then they also give you $250 worth of bonus, or up to $250 when you sign up and deposit money. So I am really bullish on Bitcoin. I'm really bullish on Ethereum too. You can see that I have a decent amount of money in these two cryptocurrencies. And when you look at the charts for Bitcoin, it's quite interesting because Right now, Bitcoin dominance is going down pretty significantly. Before it was above 50%. Now we have it at just about 45%. Ethereum's at 17%. A lot of people are talking about altcoin seasons where a lot of money's flowing to altcoins right now. I mean, we have Dogecoin that's pumping. We have SafeMoon, which is a $4 billion market cap. We have Binance Coin and XRP that are exploding. We have all these coins. Ethereum up 30% this week. We have so much money coming into crypto, but what's happening to Bitcoin? It's pretty much staying the same. It's still the same price. It's pretty much been stagnant over the last 2 months. And the thing is, the whole crypto market is gaining a lot of money. So yes, it looks exponential, but take a look at the 3 months. We've seen it dip a couple times. We saw some support here at 47, but since early March, really 2 months ago, we've been in this $50,000 to $60,000 range, and we have a little bit above that and a little bit below that, but stayed right in this range. So we've hit some consolidation, but what's the whole market been doing? And this is what I've been hearing from people too. Well, the whole market's been exploding, first of all, over the last 3 months. We can look 2 months ago, right when we were saying Bitcoin's pretty much been staying stagnant. The whole market was worth about 1.6 trillion. Now it's worth about 2.4 trillion. So it's gone up about 50% while Bitcoin hasn't moved. That's pretty crazy when you start thinking about that, right? The whole market's exploding and Bitcoin's staying stagnant. And the thing that I think is happening, and this is what I've heard from other people too, people are putting money into altcoins and then they plan on rolling it over to Ethereum, but more likely even Bitcoin as time goes on. So people are making short-term money, rolling it over to long-term conviction. There are definitely some exceptions to this rule. Some people really like BNB. Some people like Dogecoin. Some people like Cardano. But there is going to be, I think, a little bit of a movement over to Bitcoin as time goes on, especially when Bitcoin has some more price movement. I mean, we've seen ARK Invest and their price targets on Bitcoin. We've seen what they say about companies investing into Bitcoin and then hedge funds and institutions investing in Bitcoin ETFs, and now possibly Bitcoin gaining mass adoption just in your bank accounts too. I could easily see this hitting what people are saying, which is 100,000 by the end of the year or 150,000. And I think some money will come from some of these other coins, but there might be a lot of money that's made in the meantime. 500 billion goes over to Bitcoin from some of these altcoins. It would definitely push up the price of Bitcoin very quickly. And we have more and more money flooding into the market. It seems like a lot of hedge funds are very quiet right now. A lot of big money is very quiet, at least in the stock market. Like there's no buying pressure. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Thank you guys for checking out BlockFi to get that interest rate. It does help out the channel too, so I appreciate that. There is that link down to Webull if you guys want that and want some free stocks. You can just sell out your stocks and then move it over to Bitcoin or something like that on BlockFi if you're interested in that. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Let me know what you think about this down below. Bye.